President Donald Trump says the United States is getting very close to securing a new nuclear deal with Iran, claiming Tehran has sort of agreed to the terms being discussed. Speaking during a tour of the Gulf, Trump told reporters that the two sides are engaged in what he called very serious negotiations aimed at achieving long-term peace between the two longtime adversaries. "We're getting close to maybe doing a deal without having to do this. There are two steps to doing this," the president said, hinting at a possible military alternative should talks fail. "There is a very, very nice step and there is the violent step, but I don't want to do it the second way." Despite Trump's optimistic assessment, an Iranian source familiar with the talks pushed back on the notion that an agreement was imminent, saying significant gaps remain in the negotiations. Talks between Iranian and U.S. negotiators, which wrapped up in Oman Sunday, ended without a breakthrough, though both sides agreed to continue negotiations in the coming weeks. At the heart of the dispute is Iran's insistence on continuing its uranium enrichment program, something U.S. officials have publicly demanded must stop. Iran, however, has labeled that demand a red line, asserting that it will not surrender what it considers its sovereign right to enrich uranium on its own soil. While Tehran has signaled some willingness to reduce the level of enrichment and the amount of highly enriched uranium it currently has in storage, officials made it clear they would not accept reductions below the stockpile levels agreed to in the 2015 nuclear deal, an agreement the Trump administration famously abandoned. Adding to the tension, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian responded sharply to Trump's comments this week, calling Iran the most destructive force in the region and accusing the United States of being the true driver of instability in the Middle East. Pezeshkian said Trump cannot threaten and sanction Iran while at the same time pretending to champion human rights, insisting all the crimes and unrest in the region stem from Washington's actions. The ongoing talks highlight the deep mistrust that continues to plague U.S.-Iran relations, even as both sides publicly say they prefer diplomacy over conflict. With the next round of talks expected soon, the world watches closely to see if the two sides can bridge their red lines and avoid what President Trump ominously described as the violent step.